My boyfriend won't leave his toxic home. Now I'm moving out alone before it destroys me too. My 21F have been with my BF 24M for 5 years now. He's my first serious relationship, and I'm his first as well. After about 3 years together, I moved in with him and his parents. I was practically over every day, and I liked talking/getting to know his mom, mid-50-ish. I did not like his stepdad, mid-60-ish, as soon as I met him. We'll call BF Alex, his mom Carla, and stepdad Asshat. To clarify as well, Carla and Asshat are not married. She's still legally married to Alex's dad. When Alex and I first got together, he told me a little bit about his mom and her health conditions, and why he was a little hesitant to leave her. She has type 2 diabetes and doesn't keep track of it at all. In fact, she doesn't the exact opposite. She won't eat anything all day most days, and when she does, she overeats ice cream, pie, candies, whatever sweets we have in the house. She then has blood sugar levels in the 200 to 300 range. This can put her in a coma and potentially kill her, and she's like this almost every time we come home. She falls asleep watching TV and drops her cigarettes on the floor, falls asleep in the sink washing dishes, collapses while washing Asshat's clothes for him. On top of this, she takes probably 80 different pills, being dramatic, but she's on a lot. One thing she takes is called methadone, and it's for recovering addicts. She is not an addict, and it just helps her nerve pain, but every time she takes it, she's on another planet. It's hard to tell if she's falling out because of her blood sugar being at 347 or just because she took methadone that day. I help Alex look after his mom and make sure she checks her blood sugar and doesn't literally die in her sleep. However, no matter how much Alex and I talk to her about it, she never gets better. She disregards our advice and attempts to help her. I'm not sure how he's dealt with this the past 10 years, but he's practically done it on his own because Asshat doesn't care about Carla enough to make sure she can check her blood sugar. I haven't even gotten into what Asshat does. When Carla and Asshat go to the store, he'll grab a bunch of random shit that he wants but they don't need, and when they get to the checkout, he tells Carla he forgot his wallet at home. But he drives them there and won't ever let her drive his car. She had to sell hers years ago to help him with repairs on the house. Asshat also keeps the house at 80 degrees Fahrenheit during the summer and not even 70 degrees Fahrenheit in the winter. None of us are allowed to touch the thermostat. We had a flea infestation that Asshat didn't want to treat, so I literally forced everyone out of the house for a day and paid for it to get treated myself. Now we have a cockroach infestation and it's the same thing, but I refuse to spend my hard-earned money for Asshat's property. There's a lot more. I'm just shaking because of how mad I am, so it's hard to type everything. I told Alex a few months ago that I will be out of this house by April. Every time I bring up is moving out, he always has a what if question ready for me. What if one of our cars breaks down? What if our neighbors suck? What if the landlord sucks? I am done with this house and Asshat though, and I can barely handle another week here. I'm a little fed up with him, as well making excuses not to get our own place. We pay rent here and I see it as a waste of money. We live worse than animals in a barn, and I'm done. When it was just for his mom's sake, I could understand. I was willing to move in with her and Alex if she would get better about her health. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. I've pretty much given up on helping Carla because of her ignoring the both of us. I'm done with Asshat controlling the living conditions, and I'm through with trying to talk sense into Alex. Me moving into another place would not be me breaking up with him. It would just be me distancing myself from this shithole. I love my boyfriend with all my heart, but I can feel my soul dying sometimes and I can't keep living like this. He's more than welcome to move in with me. I just need to know if I would be an asshole moving out without him until he comes to his senses. We could also help his mom a lot more if we were in a better place financially and mentally, but we spend all our money practically fixing asshole's property for him. Advice is also greatly appreciated. Related comments. Commenter. NTA honey. Your BF clearly needs to figure out on his own that he's in a bad situation that he can get out of. It's fully possible that his mother's health is not the only thing keeping him back. Maybe there's abandonment issues? Fear of standing on his own legs? But whatever it is, he needs to work that out on his own. You can only support and guide him, at most. Like you said, you can only lead a horse to water. That goes for him too. You can point out all that is wrong with this, you can explain time and time again how much better things can be, but he has to make his own decision. Frankly, I think him and his mother could benefit from some type of family therapy. If not, it may help him to go solo as well. I do feel for him as well as for you, because I know what it's like to feel like you have a responsibility over your own parents. But if he keeps this up and fails to accept that it is not his job to save her, it may break him entirely when the day comes that she's no longer around. You're doing the right thing to put down boundaries and showing him that it's okay to walk away from things, even when you love and care for people. Op reply, thank you, and there is some stuff from his childhood. I don't want to put that out for people to read, even if it's a fake name that's still his personal trauma to talk about. I've tried to get him into therapy countless times, and so has his mom. She went as far as trying to schedule the appointment for him. I was a little upset that she did, though, because he doesn't have the initiative to do it himself anymore. I'm going to think of a way to word an ultimatum so he knows I don't want to leave him, just the house and situation, and help him get help. If he doesn't want help, then I can't be with him, unfortunately. Commenter. NTA, from what you wrote about Carla and Asshat, it appears she is being emotionally, verbally, and financially abused, you and Alex as well. Does Asshat have any narcissistic traits? It sounds like it. How long has Carla been with Asshat? How did Alex's father treat them? These are layers and layers of trauma. You are right. They need therapy. I wouldn't be surprised if Carla is using the methadone to numb herself from the trauma, instead of working through it. You are right to leave. You will be sucked dry if you stay. Tell Alex the date you plan to move. Invite him to join you. Stay away from ultimatums. He will either stay with his mom or end up joining you. Possibly, once he sees you having a peaceful, clean abode, he will jump ship. Get yourself some therapy to process everything you have endured the last couple of years. Go live your best life. Opie reply, Asshat is bipolar, so everyone walks on eggshells around him. I only talked to him once, and he made a false police report on Alex for domestic against me. I have never been scared of Alex, and he's never hit me or gone to hit me. I was ready to send his ass to jail for doing that, among other things, and Alex doesn't want any part of it. Alex's dad is handicapped and also doesn't take the best care of himself. He has cerebral palsy, so his legs don't 100% work on their own, but he used to be able to walk. Now he's over 300 pounds and has even more health issues. I think Alex's mom is just depressed, so she doesn't care about her health/dying. She's had a quadruple bypass and still smokes, eats like shit, and tries to mow the lawn in 85+ heat. Alex definitely has trauma he has to deal with, since he cared for both parents at such a young age. I feel like he doesn't know how to stop, or that he can stop. Commenter. I'm going to try to be a little direct and even mean, so perhaps I can make you realize how you're destroying your life. I know you're disgusted with Asshat's behavior and frustrated with Carla's attitude, but your real anger should be directed at your BF, yourself, and possibly your parents. Carla and Asshat are grown adults who didn't ask you to move in or help them. Is their relationship and love pathetic? Of course. Carla sounds huge and has gross living traits. She isn't even properly divorced, probably because she is the laziest person alive. And Asshat can take advantage of her financially because she doesn't care. So why do you care? But remember, they didn't ask for your help or forced you to his years of your life. You should be angry at your BF. I know the word pedo gets thrown around a lot, but when a 19-year-old prays or grooms, or even convinces an underage 16-year-old to date him, that's technically pedo behavior. The problem is you were 16 and didn't have any real-world experience. He's your first BF, so you now believe it's true love because you've literally never experienced any other man. It's such a sad fate so many young women have, tricked into seriously dating at a young age and then getting locked in with some random loser who preyed on an underage teen. I know you will disregard this paragraph and believe I don't know you and your life, and he's the best BF ever and the love of your life. But stats and even basic logic would tell you it won't last. Next, you should be mad at yourself. Why would you date an older man when you were underage? Why would you not go to college? Why would you choose to live with animals? Why would you not take things slow and move in after several years of being independently financially stable? I understand you were just 16 when tricked into dating an older teen, but you're 21 now, and at some point you have to take responsibility for your life. I also be mad at your parents, because WTF kind of parents let a 16-year-old date a 19-year-old, and then let her move into such squalid conditions? Like, don't they care about you at all, and why the heck didn't they give you any proper guidance? Op reply. I'm not completely disregarding your response, but I do want to defend him. We took our relationship very slow, and I was the one who was interested in him first. We met at work when I was 16, but it took a while for us to get into a relationship. I also didn't move in with him until I was 19. At that point, we were just shy of 3 years. We didn't start dating until after I was 17 and went on a few dates. He was also very hesitant to date me because I was underage. We did not do anything until after I was 18. I feel like if he was a pedo, he would have gone for someone who would put out younger, or left me as soon as he got some. I am going to move out in April and cut contact with his parents. If he wants to get help and move out, then he and I can continue our relationship, but if not, I'm done.